A warm welcome to viewers of Kovai Post. My name is Ravi Chandran. I am a cybercrime investigator and an analyst of political events. Earlier, I had talked to you about Pahalgam attack and the reasons behind it. Today, I will be discussing some of the questions which have been raised regarding the Pahalgam attack. More specifically, questions have been raised as to how a bunch of terrorists could cross into India and travel 250 kilometers and come to India to kill people. Questions have also been raised that the government was aware of the situation. Questions have been raised about the lack of the incompetence or the inability of the security forces to prevent the attack. Questions have also been raised as to how this attack was allowed to take place 250 kilometers within Indian territory. Now, we must understand the psychology of the terrorist. For this terrorist, the fear is the key. The terrorist will take the time, place, and the action that has to be taken. It is of his choosing. It cannot be determined by anybody else. The individual terrorist will decide the time, the place, and the mode of the attack. Identifying the terrorist, identifying his intention, identifying the time, identifying the place, and identifying the mode of action is almost difficult. But still, I must say that our security forces have prevented a lot of attacks. It is quite possible that out of 100 attacks, 99 may be prevented. But one attack may take place, and that is the terrorist's success. His success increases if the public show fear and act irrationally. For example, in the case of the Pahalgam attack, the intention of the terrorist was to strike fear into the hearts of the Indian population and create a division among the population where every Hindu looks at a Muslim with suspicion and every Muslim looks at a Hindu with suspicion. If this was this intention and if this had been achieved, then the terrorist action could be termed as a success. But unfortunately, this did not take place. On the contrary, the attack unified both the Muslims, Hindus, and all religions, people of all religions, to come together and seek action as an Indian. The fundamental aim for which this massacre was conducted by the terrorist was thus thwarted. Now I'll go back to the questions. How did the terrorists come in? The terrorists did not come in today or yesterday. The terrorists have been here in Kashmir for the last 8 years, and the government is in search of them for this past 8 years. You must understand that while terrorists come from Kashmir, there are also sympathizers to the terrorists in India itself. They can be liberals, woke people, they can be urban Naxals, they can be people who have been purchased, people who have sold their country for a little gold, or people who have been honey trapped. All these are overground workers. And you also have a group of people who are working against the interest of the company, against the interest of the country to just get into the power. So all these people are actively supporting and helping terrorists who come from Pakistan, and it is very easy for them to hide in this country. Just to give you a small example, because this is a question that again, why have these security people have not nabbed them? I will take your interest to some time earlier. Some of you may remember about Veerappan and his depredations in the Satyamangalam hills. When he kidnapped Rajkumar, the police forces of 2 states were searching for him in the Satyamangalam forest. The land, the terrain was known to the police forces. All exits and entry points were blocked, but still they were not able to lay their hands on Veerappan. The terrain, the forests, the people who helped Veerappan, all these contributed to his escaping from the eyes of the police. Now, you transpose yourself into another place called Kashmir, where it is forested, where you have valleys, where you have mountains, where people have not even gone for a long time. And in this area, the security forces have been able to identify who the terrorists were. They have given the names, they have given their photos, they have identified which groups they belong to, and all this has been done in a matter of 15 days. Now, locating them, yes, they have got a 15-day advantage over the security forces to escape. And you must remember that Pahalgam is surrounded by forest. Looking for 4 people inside a forest is like looking for a needle in a haystack. But still, terrorists have been identified, terrorist groups have been identified and engaged. And reports have come in that out of 4 terrorists, 1 terrorist has been eliminated. And this has been done within a matter of 20 days. Now it is just a matter of time before the other 3 are also tracked and eliminated. People must have some confidence, some level of confidence in the capacity and the ability of our investigating agencies. This is most essential. Asking questions from the armchair in my air-conditioned room is easy. Why have you not done this? Why have you not done that? Do the people expect the investigation agencies to give a running commentary on what they are investigating and how they are investigating? They have their own ways and means, and people should have the trust and the confidence in them that they will do their job. And let me tell you, people are doing on the job, they are doing it. It is not as though every person is sitting on his hands and doing nothing. Or everybody in the security agencies are also helping the terrorist groups. Now the Prime Minister has been charged by saying that he knew of the attack but he did not do anything. Now let me ask another question. What do you expect the Prime Minister to do? If he gets information that 4 terrorists are going to conduct an act, do you expect the Prime Minister to leave his entire job and go and sit in Kashmir and try to find out who the terrorists are? That is called micromanagement. And this government does not do micromanagement. It delegates responsibility, and the people to whom the authority has been delegated, they are doing the job. The Prime Minister has got other work to do which he has been doing. The Chief Minister of Kashmir, he is on the spot and he is doing his job. It is not the job of the Prime Minister to supervise his Chief Minister or the police in Kashmir. So, repeatedly mentioning that the Prime Minister knew of it and did not go to Kashmir to save his own life is not only ridiculous, it is also, in plain terms, stupid. The Prime Minister had already fixed up engagements in Saudi Arabia and he did not go to Kashmir because of the weather conditions. It is not that he was afraid of the terrorists. Half a knowledge is also a dangerous thing. If you want to pass a comment, if you want to pass a remark, then please understand the entire situation. Drink deep or drink not of the Pyrenean spring, for a little knowledge is a dangerous thing, and ignorance is bliss.